What should be reality to you guys is going to come off as bad news. That's because you take things too personally. We ran into this BS with CM Punk. I'm not trying to attack your favorite guys, and you're not supposed to be so attached to them that you take it personally and can't sleep at night or spend all day not working and antagonizing me. All I'm trying to do is give you the reality. That's why I have a job, because wrestling fans have a hard time dealing with reality. They don't like to know how things really are. They want to jump to a certain conclusion, and they want to believe that's it. But usually, 9 times out of 10, they don't know what they're talking about because they've never been involved in the business. They've never done it. They've never experienced sides of it that aren't often publicized. Seth Rollins defects from the Shield and joins Evolution. I will give it an A for surprise. We are talking about it. We got stuff to talk about all week. We have scenarios. We have options. We have hypothetics. But he was not the right choice. Look, Dean Ambrose, if he would have took that chair and whacked Seth Rollins and whacked Roman Reigns, it would have been a nice big boom ending to Raw, but it wouldn't have been that much of a surprise. I think a lot of people kept thinking when we saw the dissension amongst this trio for the last few months that Ambrose would be the guy that leaves. So WWE tries to shock and swerve us and have Rollins. Remember what I always say. It's okay to be predictable as long as it's logical. Dean Ambrose would have been logical. Seth Rollins is not logical. Look, it's not because Seth Rollins is not a talent. It's not because I don't like Seth Rollins, but it's because Seth Rollins has become a star to you people because of the fast-paced offense, the innovative offense, his entire persona that he had in the Shield. That is a babyface persona. Doing the moves that he does and doing the type of match he does draws babyface reaction. It's the same reason why you go back. Carlito was a heel in WWE for his first few years. Then he turned face. All of a sudden, he's doing springboards and moonsaults and planches. It was because he could now expand his offense to get those cheers. It's why Jeff Hardy, Rob Van Dam, Rey Mysterio, it's why all of them are basically never heels in their career, because their style in the ring does not match what a heel does. Their style is get the babyface pop, get the big comeback, bada bing, bada boom, bada you. Seth Rollins is not going to be able to do that in Evolution, and and do we think that he's going to do we think that he's going to be able to stand next to Triple H and Randy Orton? Look, Randy Orton, when Evolution first started, you had Triple H and you had Ric Flair, but they had both Orton and Batista, two guys that were on the same level that came in, and they were able to grow together. If Evolution remains these three guys, Seth Rollins is this ultra weak link who can't even do what he's good at in the ring. Yes, I'm aware he was a heel in Ring of Honor, but Ring of Honor is today's equivalent of ECW, the original ECW, which is in the original ECW, RVD was able to be somewhat of a heel, but the lines were so blurred, heel face, all that tradition. It really was all out the window. It was just a big free-for-all. Ring of Honor is somewhat similar to that. In WWE's world, Seth Rollins is not going to be able to shine the way that he knows how to in Evolution, at least not based on what we've seen lately. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see how I'm going to be. Look at the Shield for the first 12 months. From November 2012 to November 2013, Seth Rollins was at third wheel. Why? Because they were the top heel group. Ambrose was the crazy modern-day Brian Pillman, and he did the talking. Roman Reigns was the enforcer with the big physical spots. Rollins was the guy over here that none of us really did much paying attention to. We all knew Ambrose and Roman Reigns were what grabbed your attention because the group was a top heel group, so all Rollins could do is just join the pack of dogs in the brawling and beating. He couldn't do what he's really good at. He couldn't do all the balancing acts, all the flips, all the dives. We didn't start seeing that until last winter when this team started to become babyface. I'm just saying, it's reality. There's reality with Seth Rollins. There's reality with Dolph Ziggler. There's reality with a lot of people. I'm going to give it to you. It's your choice to take it and smarten up. 412-320-7925. SportsTalk@TribWeb.com. Tweet me at Justin LaBar. Come on, man.